going on, guys? Thomas Scott, Skate Don't Hate 96 on YouTube here, and I'm here to talk to you about the different types of heads that I like to use and other people might like to use. We're comparing the wide heads. As you can see here, I have a Maverick Vision. It is a relatively wide head, so it's pretty wide down at the throat, and then flares up really nicely at the top. So it's got really good catching space, I guess you could say. So Maverick Vision right here, and I am selling this. If you're watching this video, please contact me if you want this. It is $35. It's in really good condition, as you can see. So yeah. Anyway, and the other one is, of course, pinched heads. But as you can see, this is broken, so it may look more pinched than it really is. I can't really. I mean, it'd be like that. It doesn't affect the pinch really any at all. But you can see this one's a lot more narrow down at the bottom, at the throat, and is really nicely formed and flares up really nicely at the top, and it makes really good channeled pockets. But the inefficient number of sidewall holes makes it hard to get a really good pocket. This is a Proton Power. So wide heads, like the Maverick Vision here, I would recommend to beginners, starters, little kids, because of how wide they are, and it's easier for them to catch the ball and just handle it really, and you can still get a pretty good pocket on it. And the one thing I did like about the Maverick Vision when I used it was that it is stiff, but it's also a little bit flexy. So a midfielder like me, I like having some flex on my head, but I also like to have a little bit of stiffness, so when I get those nice checks in there, and I like to, let people feel some pain. But so that's one thing I really did like about this head. And another thing I liked about it was the number of sidewall holes it had. And you can see from here that it has a lot of sidewall holes, and just the way they're placed is really nicely, and I really liked that about it. So that's really nice. But Maverick does make, I think the majority of their heads are pretty wide, but I did like this head, and it had a really nice scoop, and the holes at the top are nicely made. These are, I guess, thick enough to put like some others through there, and there's another thing I liked was the number of bottom holes. If you can see that right here, there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I did really like that about it. So yeah. Now pinched heads I would recommend for more advanced players, because it is harder to catch the ball, but its advantages are that you have better ball control over it, and there's so many good things about pinched heads. It's just better. You can get better accuracy. I believe you can get better accuracy on them. Now with a head like the Proton Power, it is really pinched in the throat, and it is a little bit more pinched than they normally are, because I did pinch it some, because being in high school, I don't have a maximum or minimum for the length of the throat. Just the scoop at the top is 6.5 inches, and I liked this head a lot. It wasn't really for me though. I think it'd be more along the attack kind of place, because it is really flimsy, and it doesn't hurt very much when you get hit with it, and so it wasn't really helpful for throwing some checks out there. But it is a good head, but a disadvantage is the number of sidewall holes it doesn't have. So if you can, let me count here. It has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sidewall holes, and you can't really do much with 10 sidewall holes. So you need to be kind of tricky with how you string your head. But overall, it is a pretty good head. I did like it. It is really well designed, other than the sidewall holes, and the top strings were a little bit weird, but you work around that, and you do pretty good. So these are my opinions on pinched heads and wide heads. Again, my Maverick Vision is still for sale. If you want this, it is $35. It is in really good condition. So if you want this for like your son, or just for you yourself, or just to mess around with, then hit me up, throw me a like, comment down if you want this or if you have any questions. Send me a direct message if you want the header if you have any questions, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Like the video, and just have a great. I guess it's a night. So have a great night, guys.